I love doing these. Buckle up. Earlier today, I parked my truck in an EV spot and started down the sidewalk. A few moments later, I heard a deep and powerful male voice calling out to me from behind, Nick Adams, alpha male. I turned around to see a very tall and fit African American in a Chief Wahoo Cleveland Indians hat sprinting towards me. As he got closer, I noticed he was wearing Yeezy 450s and a massive diamond encrusted 45 chain. He had barely broken a sweat as he extended his hand to me. We shook hands, and I was impressed not only by his firm and masculine grip, but by the sheer size of his hands. I know you're a very busy alpha male, he said, but I really need to talk to you. I told him that was no problem, but he'd need to walk with me since I was headed to a very important business meeting where I was negotiating a major deal. We began walking, and he told me President Trump had always inspired him, and he was the founder of the local Blacks for Trump chapter. He complimented my MAGA hat, which I always wear for good luck when negotiating an important business deal. It's not often I'm not the drippiest person on the block, but your Chief Wahoo cap and 45 chain might have me beat, I said. He immediately dapped me up as we began discussing President Trump's incredible accomplishments for Black Americans and his unifying platinum plan. I reached my destination and parted ways with Terrell, I'll call him T. But before he let me leave, he told me he wanted to continue our conversation. He invited me to come by the nearby park after my meeting to play basketball with himself and several of his African American friends who also supported President Trump. I'll be there, T, but I must warn you, I go hard in the paint, I told him sternly. No blood, no foul, no three-point line. I play old school. He agreed to my terms and gave me a fist bump to send me off. After my successful meeting, I headed straight to the park. I keep a pair of basketball shoes handy for occasions just like this, so all I needed to do was loosen my tie and change my shoes. I was given a hero's welcome as I took the court. T put me on his team, and we got right to it. After only a few minutes of play, we had attracted a crowd. It wasn't long until I noticed a group of fetching urban young women cheer me on a little bit harder than the rest of the adoring crowd. I'm not one to brag, but T and I made a great tandem. It was a tough physical game, but we took care of business. I got to the sideline to cool off and saw the attractive young ladies I had noticed earlier approaching me. They introduced themselves and started making conversation. I was really impressed how you manhandled Darius down low, said Latifah, who identified herself as the opposing power forward sister. You can really ball. The rest of the group introduced themselves and began flirting with me. They said they were taken with how my MAGA hat stayed on for the entire game, but Latifah was by far the most intriguing of the bunch. I asked her to walk with me to my car, and we began discussing Trump. She said her favorite policy was the 2017 travel ban, and we discussed its merits at length. When we reached the car, she asked me what I was doing tomorrow. I paused, straightened my MAGA hat as I climbed into my truck, and looked down at her. Look, Latifah, I'm an alpha male, and I've got a full schedule tomorrow, but I'll make time for you, I said with a twinkle in my eye. How about you and I meet back at the court tomorrow for a little one-on-one action? I'll see you here tomorrow then, alpha male, she said in an excited tone. As I was pulling out of the lot, I rolled my window down and called out to her. Don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're a Sheila, I said. I plan to play you every bit as hard as I played your brother. Alpha males go hard in the paint. Always.